Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We've got some really interesting source material on Pisces today. Covers, well, pretty much everything. Personality, love, career, even a look ahead to 2025.
That's right. And our job, as always, is to kind of sift through it and pull out the core insights, the things that really define the Piscean experience according to these texts.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. We have the symbol, the fishes, kind of swimming opposite ways, right?
Which ties directly into their element, water, and the ruling planet Neptune. Dreams, intuition, that sort of thing.
And the mutable modality. I always find that interesting. It suggests a real adaptability, doesn't it? Almost fluid.
Exactly. Like water taking the shape of its container. That flexibility, combined with the depth of water and Neptune's influence, it creates someone very receptive, very feeling-oriented.
We also saw mentions of lucky numbers, 3, 7, 12, and lucky colors like sea green, lavender, silver. Fun details.
Yeah, nice flavor. But let's get into the personality nuances.
Right. The sources really hammer home the deep empathy, creativity, and intuition.
Absolutely. They're often called dreamers, sort of caught between fantasy and reality.
Yeah.
It's not just being flighty, though. It points to a really rich inner life.
And that empathy, well, it seems to naturally pull them towards certain fields. Helping professions, creative roles.
Yeah, you see artists, therapists, healers, roles where that sensitivity isn't just tolerated, it's actually a strength. And there's often a spiritual dimension mentioned too, connection to arts, nature, maybe mystical things.
But it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? That same sensitivity can make them overly sensitive.
For sure, and maybe prone to escapist tendencies when things get too harsh or overwhelming. It's about finding that balance.
Okay, moving on to love and relationships. The phrase soulful connections comes up a lot.
Definitely. They seem to crave deep emotional intimacy and are described as deeply romantic. But there's a potential pitfall mentioned.
Idealizing partners.
Exactly. That dreamer quality again. Sometimes the ideal version is easier to connect with than, well, the real person.
And the compatibility notes. Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus as good matches.
Right, suggesting they mesh well with other water signs or grounding earth signs. While Gemini, Sagittarius are listed as more challenging, perhaps due to differing emotional styles or needs.
Makes sense. Now, career paths. It's interesting how the core traits translate. You've got the obvious creative ones. Artist, musician, writer.
But also the empathy-driven ones.
Yeah.
Psychologist, therapist, nurse, healer. Even roles like marine biologist or photographers seem to tap into that water affinity or creative eye.
And the preference for flexibility over strict routines that fits the mutable nature perfectly.
Yeah, it really seems like